Hello, Miss Yoda. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Hope you guys are having a very, very good Wednesday evening. It's kind of a grab bag. But thank you guys to all those of you that are hosting. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the one and only live interactive game show that comes to you live from Twitch, from a few other streaming sources I'm not even going to get all those names of, just because I don't want to do it. How you doing, GJ? What's good, my friend? I finally got the camera set up. It took me like about 2 hours today to get the camera actually fixed, so you can see me, and when I just kind of flip out of the way, you can see all the important stuff in the background. It was basically it was a nightmare. I went back and watched Saturday's episode. And it was just like, I got to fix the camera position. That was my primary goal all day today. And I'm sitting there with the OBS software up and running. And I'm just like, nope, it's not right. It's showing too much of the unfinished ceiling and all that good stuff. I am doing well, Allie. I hope you guys are all doing well out there. For those of you in the know, I had one of my job interviews today. I don't think it went so well. You ever have one of those interviews where the guy interviewing you sounds like they don't want to be there? Well, because this was a phone interview, it was kind of what happened. I had to change the chat setup a little bit because some people were saying they couldn't read it, and I just finally decided today it's a quick fix. It's like 3 buttons, done, out of the way. Here's the funny thing. My wife sends me a message like right after I get off this phone interview, and she goes, "Well, how did it go?" And I'm like, "I thought I did well, but the 2 guys on the other end just simply did not sound like they wanted to be there." And I'm like, ugh, which is not a good sign. I will warn you guys that right now. When you go to an interview, if they don't sound like they want to be there for the start of it, you know things are not going to go well. You know things are not going to go well, unfortunately. So I did the best I could. Got off the phone. I sent the message back to wife and just said, no, they were either, they just weren't in the good mood, or so I just got a bad feeling about this one today. Hang up the phone. And for those of you that don't know, there are a couple of trivia apps that are on Android and Apple that you can play, and you can actually learn quote unquote real money. I think my grand total in one game so far is like $2.43. So I get off the phone with these guys, and I'm like, all right, 2:30 rolls around, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go play on my trivia app. And right when I start the app, I get another phone call. I'm like, it's probably them again, or it's probably the same company. I'm just going to let it go to voicemail, yada, yada, yada. Get off. I get done with the app. It's only like a 30-minute game or something like that. And I won like another 30 cents today. Woo! Hey, those little numbers add up after a while. And so I call them back, and it's like a totally different job. And it's like, well, we got another opening for you. I'm like, dude, I'm interested. I am still looking. I'm still waiting. This interview didn't go so well. So, yeah, put me in. Yeah, Listy's rich. 23 cents. No, let's see. Actually, let's see. What was the grand total? I'm gonna look. I hate doing this when I'm on air. But so far $2.47. $2.47. So if you guys know the story about the nail soup, and it's basically the story. It's an old story, and it's basically the hobo. Basically, every day he would go out, set up his little fire, then he'd drop a nail in a pot of hot water, and he'd just boil the nail. And somebody would come over, and he'd go, "What you making?" And he says, "Nail soup." And it's really, really good. I love nail soup. And the guy looks at it, takes a little sip. He says, "You know what? It'd be better with a little bit of potatoes in there." And the guy goes, "Yeah, it would be." He says, "Hold on." The guy goes out, drops some potatoes in there, and it turns into his nail soup now with potatoes. And then they're sitting there and they're talking around the nail soup campfire. Guy comes along, he says, "What you cooking?" "Nail soup." Okay, he takes a sip. He says, "You know what? It's really good, but you know what? You really need some onions." He says, "Hold on." He runs out and comes back with a bag of onions, chops them up, drops them in, and he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And no, it started as nail soup, Yoda. It actually started as nail soup because, and I know this from my dad, it started back in the days of the Hoovervilles, as they call it, the tent cities. And that's where the story actually started. So yeah, like I said, you guys want to bring stuff by, we'll take my 247 and we'll throw everybody else's stuff in there and we'll see what kind of nail soup we can come up with. So yeah, getting a little sidetracked. Now, as for me, I wanted to announce a small change. Okay? These small changes, as you guys will see in a minute, as you guys know or should know, I will actually be able to sit in on Nerdy's Friday shows now because my bowling season's over. My bowling season... Just because you saw it doesn't mean you can handle it. Now, see, I'd rather have somebody that got their training from Ash versus the Evil Dead, because then I know they know what they're doing with the chainsaw. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like just swinging away. If you are doing it with Ash style, you have to know how to handle a chainsaw. So yeah, there's a couple of things going on. One, I am going to cut back on because again of the situation. Wednesday nights are going to be small prize only nights. I was contemplating this for a while, but Wednesday nights are going to be small prize only nights, or vaults, small prizes and vaults, and I think that's going to be it for Wednesday nights. Now here's where the big change comes in. Friday night, I want to get back to doing a Friday night stream. It's basically when I'm not bowling, I'm at the house and I'm twiddling my thumbs. Plain and simple, just like this. See, twiddling my thumbs. So I am definitely considering bringing back a Friday night stream. Trying to get QuickBooks to work so it's easy. File, open, run. Right? No, I'm kidding. I'm killing. But the thing is, I don't know what kind of stream I want to do. I don't want to do another game show stream. I do, but I don't. So what I'm thinking is Thursday nights I'm still going to keep. I am going to start doing After Dark again on a more regular basis. That is not changing. So it'll be Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. But I need some sort of theme for Friday. I honestly don't know what kind of themes to do. Again, I don't want to do another game show stream, even though that's what we are totally about. It's just kind of what do I go with? So I'm looking to you guys for advice on this one. I thought about, and again, this is just a thought process. I thought about doing a streamer conversation where you dance in a hula scoop while listening to polka. I actually have a polka album somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Well, Mailman, as you're about to see in a second, that kind of exists, but you guys only get to see it for like X amount of time, as I will show you here in a second. So again, Friday night, I'm thinking Skype conversation, streamer conversation sort of thing. But I'm looking for advice on this one. I want it to be something different. I want it to be something that stands out. I will be honest, I gave thought about bringing the professor back to do it, but then I kind of feel like I'm stepping on Jekyll's toes. So, or I thought about bringing Enigma out to do it. That was my other thought. So, like I said, if you guys have any ideas or any suggestions, let me know. You always threaten to go coconut bra free, Twisted. You always threaten to go coconut bra free. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those where I want to do it this week, but I really don't have any ideas yet on what I want it to be. One of the other things I thought about doing was just basically doing a stream with nothing but mini games on it. I'm not even going to be on the camera. I'm just going to like run mini games for like every 5 or 6 minutes, give or take. Sort of like what you guys are seeing on the screen now. But like I said, it just all depends. I do want to keep it family friendly. I would like to keep it retro TV oriented. So I've got one idea, but I don't know if it's going to work yet or not. So if you, like I said, if you guys got any ideas of your own, just let me know. Now to answer, to show, who would put it up there? Who would put that one up there? So Mailman, just to show you what I've been working on. And yes, this one does not have me on it at the moment because for some reason I forgot to put the webcam on this page. And I apologize for that. I do have to fix that. I got to fix it. But ladies and gentlemen, I have finally photographed and rephotographed every freaking prize in the prize pile. I think there may be 3 I have not photographed total. What you guys are looking at right here in front of you is our list of pretty much every prize that we have to get out. This is what I have spent all of last week trying to do. You guys don't know how much of a pain it was to basically take one photo of everything that I have not given away and then reproduce it. Put your smoke jacket on with the pipe and read the book. So I would be, what's his name, from Upstairs Downstairs, right? It would be, Alistair, what's his last name? Is it Alistair Cook? And on page 47 of, actually I don't have a book in front of me. I don't have a book in front of me. I can't use it. Dang it. Oh. So yeah, like I said, I kind of put all these together. There are, if I counted right, and that is not counting the stuff that is not in the prize pile, which is like all my new new Happy Meals items, because I'm still trying to go through them, figure out what's good and what's not. There were 342 photos, which means I'm missing something somewhere. because I reset up the treasure chest page and it says there's 380. I think. So yeah, these are all the prizes that you guys can win. So if you guys see something you like and it's still up there, that means you guys still got a shot for it. And what I'm going to do is, and I'll probably start with the last batch that I haven't shipped out. I'm actually going to take those photos and put one by so-and-so and just graphically insert it on there. And go with it that way. Got to go to the office to try to get people paid. Wait a minute. It's like 5:30 or no, 6:30 there, Fallen. They got to get paid this time of the night? See, I know where Fallen's going. Fallen's actually going to that secret basement poker game. That's where Fallen's going. I guarantee you that's where he is going to go. All right, so we're going to get things started as we always do. Bear with me 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. With tonight's four-letter word. QuickBooks won't work there. Hey, Walrus, what's good? So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have joining us for the first time, this is pretty much the first game we typically start every episode off with. And this is the four-letter word. And the four-letter word basically consists of 5 four-letter words. However, we've removed 1 letter from 4 of them, and those missing letters read in order will complete the 5th four-letter word that we are looking for, that reads straight down from top to bottom. And I know what I'm missing. I just realized what I was missing. I'll use a spare, because I don't really feel like going to go dig it up right now. I know where it's at. It's sitting over there where the cat knocked it over, but I don't feel like going after it. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your four-letter word of the evening. And I will tell you, I honestly think this one's actually pretty easy. But you guys may think differently. You guys may think differently. But like I kind of think this one is pretty simple for the most part. No, Sea Chicken, it is not corn. So, remind me, Sea Chicken, why did your Sea Chicken account get knocked off? Why did your... Because I remember you saying something about it. And you said you were supposed to get it back in 3 days. Now, like I said, make sure you yell at them a lot when you do that. Make sure you yell at them a lot and loud. That's all I'm going to say. See, I told you this one was going to be easy. I told you this one was going to be an easy one. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling that one was going to be nice and quick and simple. The four-letter word, which you guys only took about a minute to get through, was lane. You're gonna make my life hard. You know that, aren't you? Aren't you? So I know that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make my life hard for me. So with that, all right, Mr. Kosugi. You can have a number off of row 1. You can have a number off of row 3. That's all right. I'll get even with you here in a little bit, little French lady. Trust me. I kind of came prepared. I kind of came prepared tonight because, like I said, I am making some changes. in terms of how many prizes I'm giving out and what we're doing for each evening. Yeah, go to sleep, show, or go good singing drunk with Chris and Danny again. All right, show says we're going to remove a number from row 3. All right, show, I'm going to be nice and remove a number from row 3. The number I'm going to remove from talking like Gomer Pyle now. The number we're going to remove from row number 3 is the 9. So we know the third digit in the combination is not a 9. So with that, show, what 4-digit number are we looking for? What 4-digit number are we looking for that would open up the vault? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet, Flop, trust me. All right, show says the combination is 2, 7, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we put that number into the... If I don't stab myself in the throat. We put that number into our vault computer. And press the little red button and... No, it is not 2743. All right, so the vault is still closed for a little bit longer. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we jump to our primary portion of our Wednesday night shows. And our primary portion to our Wednesday night shows are always the list. For those of you that have never seen this before, ladies and gentlemen, it's very simple. It is a 10-item list. Think Family Feud without the points. Think the Rich list. Think, I forget what the English people called it. Think Hot Potato. Think anything Bill Cullen did back in the late 70s. Because he kind of got stuck in a rut in the early 80s. Late 70s, early 80s. He kind of got stuck in a rut. But all of shows had the same basic principle. We're going to show you a word, a topic, a theme, a subject, something. And we have pre-chosen 10 items that fit that topic. It is up to you to come up with those 10 items. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we jump over to list number 1 of the evening. And ignore the timer, I kind of goofed. It's supposed to be 30 minutes. But for some reason I changed it and I don't know why. I think I did something to the duration setting. Buzzer them list would be fun. So for list number 1, we are looking for blank fire. We are looking for words and phrases that end with the word fire. And Yoda taking number 4 off the board. And Mr. Kosugi taking number 8. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Or I feel into. You feel into a burning ring of fire. Hellfire, friendly fire, catching fire. Not there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the list. It is pretty much a standard part of every episode we do. And what we are going to start doing from, like I said, from tonight on out, is this will basically be giving people a shot at the vault. Now, Flop. Just to let you know, when you type it, when you put in those 4-letter words like that, it's $, hashtag, exclamation, T. That's how you put that word in as a valid 4-letter word. Campfire, bonfire, fire truck. Fire truck won't work, Allie. You got to remember, it will end with the word fire. It will not start with the word fire. I'm on fire. Spitfire. We did not start the fire. Backfire. Liar, liar. Pants on fire. But yeah, like I said, so again, one of the things I'm looking for is I do want to pick up a Friday episode now that we're no longer bowling. And basically, the plan was to follow Nerdy's Friday episode. The other way around is $, hashtag, exclamation, and then the T. For those of you that don't know, that's the actual legitimate way to correctly curse that word in symbols. It's actually one of the few curse words that actually has a rule like that. I got fired. I got laid off. Does that count as the same thing? I don't think it does. I lost my train. Okay, so yeah. So like I said, if you guys got any ideas for Friday, let me know. I actually refound my fake pipe. I think it's down here somewhere under my it's down under my resume papers, I think. Let's see if I could get away with it. I get a real one because they actually smell good. At least I think they do. Hey, SG, what's good? Friendly fire not there. South. Grease fire, not what we're looking for. Wildfire. Oven fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. I am going to try to get 4 packages out of the ones I owe you guys out this week. I got a lot more to go, unfortunately, but you guys just have to bear with me on that. I think I've got just enough on one of the cards to get something out this week. I think I got just enough. So yeah, money flop. Because I've had flops here for a while. Your guys' are the ones I'm going to try to get out this week. Just because of what they are and because of how troublesome my cat is at times. She almost broke another chess piece and I nearly clobbered her to death. The ironically good part is I actually had to pull one prize out of the prize pile to replace my personal collection. I'm sorry, it had to be done. I actually had a spare rogue piece, rogue chess piece, and it was like I forgot I had it. So I had the rogue piece sitting here on the desk, or on the studio desk, or the studio podium, or whatever you want to call it. And I started taking pictures, and I pull out all the chess pieces I still have to give away. And it's like, oh, I got lucky on my goof. But she nearly broke one that I couldn't replace, which would have really ticked me off. She nearly broke one that I knew I wasn't going to be able to replace. Let's see. Rimfire, Forest Fire, Grass Fire, no. Bellfire, no. You're on fire. Hellfire. Did I get your message? I think I did, South. Dude, don't even, like I said, I go by what my sources say. If my sources argue, then we're just out of luck. All right, Sea Chicken getting Foxfire. Where's the fire? The fire is in the fireplace. Cape Fire, not what we're looking for. Only you can prevent forest fire. But no, actually, I don't think I ever got that one. Don't think I ever got that one. Ah, you guys letting Sea Chicken run away with the vault shot tonight, the way it's going. Sea Chicken with number 7 on the board. Surefire. Nope, no suppression fire. I really thought number 10 might have come off already, but I guess I'm wrong. I really thought I would have picked number 1 as being the last one, or one of the last ones. Center fire, nope. Chariots of Fire, not what we're looking for. So yeah, like I said, guys. So again, tomorrow night I am going to do After Dark. It will probably tomorrow night. I think will be Jackbox Murder Party. I think tomorrow night will be Jackbox Murder Party, and like I said, I'm just kind of looking for something to do on Fridays. And I really don't have any ideas. Like I said, one of the reasons is there are a couple of streamers that kind of vanished on Fridays. And with me having bowling over with, I was thinking about kind of refilling that slot. But it's one of those cases where I want to stay with the theme of the show, which is games and trivia. But I honestly don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do for it. I thought about making Friday the what would we call it? The celebrity contest, so to speak, because I got to thinking about it, and it's like I could do certain games that I haven't been able to do, like Password, like I said, Match Game. I could do the live Hollywood Squares, but the only problem I know I have is getting people on Fridays and getting people that are interested. That's pretty much always the hardest thing to do. So I'm looking for ideas. And yes, Lethal, if you are here, I am still considering the driving thing, but I still have to get it. I still have to sign up for it, and I still have to get everything set up so that I know my car does not charge my phone that well. So it's kind of like, okay, now I am confused. What am I going to do? Or I don't think it'll charge my tablet either. Because if I could do it with a tablet, I'd be much happier. If I could do it with a tablet, I would be much, much happier with it. Because, like I said, the tablet doesn't cost me as much money. But you can't really run the tablet as a Wi-Fi spot. So I need one of those portable Wi-Fi systems. All right, so we are down to 3, ladies and gentlemen. We are down to 3. And we are looking for blank fire. And let's see, we started this off with a 20-minute timer. So we've only had this one up for about 5 minutes. Wow, it seems like it's been up a lot longer than that. Seems like it's been up a lot longer than that. And while you guys are throwing in some last guesses, or some lots of guesses, I am finishing off, unfortunately, the last of my cherry brandy tonight. Which kind of sucks, because now I have nothing left in the house but beer. And I did not want a beer night tonight. But I may not have a choice. I may not have a choice. So again, ladies and gentlemen, for this list, we are looking for blank fire. We're looking for words and phrases that end with the word fire. Yeah, get back here without knocking over the camera. So as you can see right down here, we have number 3 left, number 5 left, and number 6 left. And that's all we got left on this one. That's all we got left on this one. I think Yoda tried Pants on Fire earlier, Took. I think Yoda tried Pants on Fire earlier, or maybe Took tried Pants on Fire earlier. And like I said, so what we're going to do, Wednesday nights, we're basically only one list will get you a prize. One small prize on Wednesday nights. And then Saturday nights, we'll do one small list, or one small prize, one large prize. But we're going to give you more shots at the vault. So basically, one person on this list, whoever's the winning slot on this one, will get, where it says prize winner for the first one, we'll get a shot at the vault. The one that says player just won't apply. And then we'll jump, and speaking of which, while I'm doing this, while you guys are guessing, like I said, I did have a plan for this, so get along like a house on fire. Show already beat you to that one, little French lady. Show already beat you to that one. All right, and I'm setting up the second one. I forgot what I was just going to say. I had something else that came to mind, and I can't remember what it was. Starfire, she's a very beautiful girl, very, very sweetheartish, but she's not my kind of superhero. Show can just give it to you. Kind of hard to do. He's already written down. So far, Sea Chicken with 3, Show with 2, Little French Lady with 1, and Yoda with 1. And we are looking for blank fire phrases. These are all words and phrases that basically end with the word F-I-R-E. And for those, again, for those of you that have never joined us, welcome to Wits. It is the only live interactive game show where we basically give away a prize a night, and sometimes more, but we're cutting back a little, to you guys, the viewer. No charge, no shipping and handling costs. Even if you're in Knucklehead Land or Australasia, there we go. That's what I was trying to say. We basically ship this stuff out to you free of cost, free of charge, no obligations whatsoever. If you guys want to donate, fine. We do greatly appreciate it, but we do not make it mandatory. We do not demand it of anybody or anything. The roof is on fire. Wow, that's a good one. I think that's the first time I think that one's actually come up. I think that's the first time the roof is on fire actually came up on the board. All right, I gotta step off for a second while I clean up some stuff. And you guys don't want to know why, but it is basically a mess around here because my dog just decided to use my entire basement as his toy box. Oh, little French lady taking... Oh, where'd it go? Taking number 5. Trial by fire. Where'd my pen go? There it went. Uh-oh, you guys letting the Canadians catch back up. You guys letting the Canadians catch back up to you on this one, folks. Nope, no holy fire. All right, and while I step out of the camera shot for a minute, this is what I thought about doing. Every time I have to step out of the camera shot to take care of something, I ought to put my co-host in my place. Come here, co-host. So if I have to step out, we put co-host in place. But you can't see him because he's too short. Okay, let's do it that way. There we go. He's just too bloody short for me to stay out of camera range for long. So I got to come up with some way to get Marvin to actually work. Like I said, I wish I had thought about this sooner so I'd have something to work with, but I kind of feel dumb. All right, so let's see if Marvin will sit while I step off the camera range. There we go. That's our new co-host, Marvin. Ah, Marvin does not want to stay there, though. He's like top heavy, and he shouldn't be. Worst thing is like I had him earlier sitting up there just fine. But it doesn't quite work. See, I got all these co-hosts and I can't use them. I got all these co-hosts and I can't use them because the camera doesn't quite work. I got the camera working for me. He's being a pain in the butt. So I got to work on that. I do have to work on that. Speaking of which, while you guys are watching, I need to know if you guys are still hearing the popping sound. Because I went back and I listened, because somebody pointed out to me that it was popping during some of the speech. So I'm trying to figure out if it's still doing it. Okay, so it's not popping. Sweet. Well, other than when I step on stuff that's basically on my floor. Like bubble wrap that's supposed to be used on packages. See, this is all I got left for bubble wrap, just so you guys know. That's it. That's all the bubble wrap that's left. So Sea Chicken says he's getting pops. But Twisted says no. It was popping when you... Well, see, that's the other thing I had to do. I had to turn down... I had the sensitivity on the microphone up way too loud. So it was one of those cases of... Just for those of you that start streaming, don't turn your microphone all the way up on the sensitivity, because it will hear everything, including mouse scratches on the desk, or a keyboard is being typed, or breaths. Some words you say makes it do that. Yeah, there's some that I kind of figured. All right, let me think. What am I going to use for Marvin? I don't have any boxes taller than that for Marvin to sit on. That's my problem. That's my problem. I don't have any boxes larger than that for Marvin to actually sit down on and use. This is going to be tough to figure out. This is going to be tough to figure out. Plus, I want to steal an idea from Ron that involved the soundboard. But to do that, I gotta like reprogram an entire keyboard to know when I'm doing soundboard and when I'm not doing soundboard. But yeah, that was another reason I kind of I rearranged the camera so I could get it a little further away from the microphone. So yeah, as long as it's not popping, we're doing good. We're happy. And like I said, if you guys hear the scratching, that's normal. That I'm expecting, because that's the mouse doing the mousy thing. Wow, and we got 2 left. And these 2 have lasted a while. These 2 have lasted a while. Let me go back and look. I saw one that was close, and I was trying to decide whether or not to give credit for it. Nope, I didn't give credit to it earlier. I will say there was one phrase you guys were close on. There was one you were close on, but there was a word missing. Because I saw it twice. Twice that I know of. Let me see. There's one. And there's 2. So I will say Show and Twisted. Whoop, don't do that. Yeah. I will say Show and Twisted were off by 1 word for 1 phrase I'm looking for. And so far, nobody's gotten the other one. Grace Under Fire. Baptism by Fire. All right, while you guys are still guessing, I know I'm doing stuff off camera and I shouldn't be. I want something for Marvin. I really want something for Marvin. That may be my Friday show. Just have Marvin host. Just have Marvin host my Friday show. What do you think? No, because then I kind of feel like I'm stealing one from Lethal. I kind of feel like I'm stealing one from Lethal if I do that. No, I'm not going to yell into the microphone, nerdy. That's why I back things. That's why, like I said, that's why I spent all day yesterday and today rearranging the camera after I moved it to get it where it was actually decent again. So yeah, like I said, I got to come up with something for Friday. And that's where I'm stumped, because I don't want the show to be different than it is, but I don't want it to be the same as it is. Whereas, for instance, Nerdy can get away with the 8-bit retro because it's still nerdy, and where Lethal and Freddy can get away with playing different games. I've got one basis for mine, and it's kind of like, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? Bring the professor back. Well, like I said, I had 2 ideas. Like I said, one was going to be the professor talking with streamers, but I can never keep the professor voice working for like any length of time, because it will literally break my throat. After about 15 minutes. And then all the other ideas I've had is like something somebody else has suggested they're going to do. and it's like, so I don't want to steal them. So yeah, like I said, I seriously thought about putting Marvin in as the host for the Friday Q&A, which would basically be Marvin having a Q&A session with somebody on Skype for ever how long. It's basically, it would be the Marvin Talk Show. But again, I know somebody that's wanting to do that. I don't know if they are going to do that. So I don't want to take it away from them, because then it feels like I'm pirating off of them. So it's kind of like it's a fine balance. It's a fine balance. No, it's not stealing. It's just because I know how much work people put into their own variations of the stream. I know it's not stealing, but it's one of those cases where they suggested it. I wanted them to run it first, because the person that I talked to that did this hasn't started doing it yet. It was something we talked about back in January. No, I am not doing ASMR, Nerdy. You are not catching me whispering into the screen. You are not catching me doing something like that. It's just not going to happen. Had to do it once just to... Besides which, it's like, because I was there when Lola did the whisper thing. I don't have the voice she has to do ASMR whispers. Besides which, I don't have the equipment to do an ASMR stream. That I don't have. So like I said, I really kind of want to do the talk show thing. I really kind of want to do it. But it's a very good friend that came up with the idea, and I kind of want to let them have first run with it if they are going to run with it. All right. Wow. Amaranth is on. So Nerdy just had his spectacularity moment. What's the word I'm looking for? So again, I will tell you guys have been close on number 3. You've been one word off. Twisted and Show left the word off, and I think it was too cocky, used a different word. So far, nobody's come close on number 6 yet. Nobody has come close on number 6 yet. Although I did see a synonym for it. Ooh, Angel Fire. I like that. Anybody else remember the Angel Fire web pages? Let's see who else. Let's see who's old web schooly like me. Twisted probably does. Nerdy might. Fatality I know would. See, here's the thing. I had an Angel Fire page. I don't know if you guys remember GeoCities. I had a huge GeoCities page back when I was younger. I actually had 2 of them. One of them was and for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge Palladium game fan. It's like they had Turtles, they had Rifts, they had the old ones, and so on and so forth. I was a huge Palladium game player. And I made like an entire Rifts story based around like the Southeast United States. We had airboats, candle magic, voodoo magic. How long ago was that? 99? No, it had to be after 90. No, it had to be before then. 89, 90, 1989 or 90. We actually had our own role playing group. And I've still got all the books for them that I kept. I quit buying them after a while. But it's like I've got somewhere around 40 or 50 of those books alone from Palladium, sitting over in a box right over there somewhere. Let's see. So there was Angel Fire, and I think I actually started web programming on Angel Fire. No, 1980. Yeah, dingbat. Yeah, 1890. We moved this wood block here, this wood block here, this wood block here, this wood block here. I'm more interested in I'm more interested in seeing what they did with the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I always worry about a UK game show when they bring it back because they always change something between series, especially when it's been gone for a while. So that one I'm actually worried about. The one good thing I like about Britain is they still make game shows. They try them. Whether or not they work or not, it's a totally different story, but at least they try them because they pay peanuts. That's why British game shows will always be on, because BBC can afford to pay 120 pounds for about 4 episodes, and they say, this show didn't work, we're throwing it out. Let's see. So we had, like I said, we had Angel Fire, GeoCities, and I'm trying to think of the other one. But I actually had, when I was in, this was, I think, my first year of college, and you could probably find him on Usenet. I actually wrote for what they call an e-wrestling federation, and it was basically just you basically wrote out an entire wrestling show pretty much every week, and it was called the World Wrestling Organization. And I had a whole webpage set up on, I want to say on GeoCities, just for the World Wrestling Organization. And here's the funny thing. I know my writing got attention when I was doing it because WCW actually had a character named after one of my wrestling characters. My character was called Christopher Stonebreaker, and I'm sitting there watching a Saturday night wrestling show, and what do I see come out but a female wrestler with the name of Christina Stonebreaker. What was the lady game? No, because I lived off campus, Twisted. I went to school from home, or I basically traveled to my school. But yeah, it was funny because I'm sitting there watching, and she comes out, and she's actually, and the character's name's Chris. My character is called Christopher Stonebreaker. I'm watching a Saturday night wrestling show, and out comes Christina Stonebreaker with the same freaking sledgehammer that mine has. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And it was like, nope. I'm sitting there looking at it right on the screen. So that's my one foray into wrestling. And the funny thing was, I have been told back in the Attitude Era, wrestling promotions, including the WWE, WCW, and a couple of the smaller ones, actually had employees that would basically read through the news groups that we would post on, and they would look for ideas they could run with. They would literally look through the post on this wrestling group, not just mine, but there were a whole bunch of them at the time. And they would go scouring for ideas to see if they could pull them into television. Now, they won't admit to it, but I want to say there were at least 3 that I know of that came out of those wrestling fan groups on Usenet. So it's kind of funny when you see them doing something and you're like, I remember this doing that. No, they don't owe me money. No, because it was like it's kind of like when you do something like that, it's public domain. I was actually just honored they used my character's name. I was seriously honored they used my character's name, and mine was WCW. It was not WWE. Who knows? Maybe that's why WCW failed. All right, we're down to a minute and a half, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, you guys were off by 1 word on number 3. You guys have been off by 1 word on number 3. And I've seen 1 synonym for number 6. It's all I have seen is the synonym for number 6. I just got into that with so much. I don't know what brought that up. Oh, it was because we were talking about stuff I did back when I was like younger and in college and I had time. But if you guys thought I worked on this show a lot, it was basically a nightmare because you're literally writing an entire show script, including comments, responses, wrestling matches, and anything else you could pour in to make your show completely unique to everybody else. And some of us got in trouble for doing when we would write stuff because it was basically use whatever. No, I did not go to raves. I went to country clubs, country music clubs. That's where I went. But yeah, it was basically you would try to have everything written by Tuesday or Wednesday. And as soon as you were done writing, you were already starting to write the script for the next week's show. And it's not easy when you were like doing a one-man, when you're the writing crew. Because for those of you that don't know, when you ran those things, you were basically the booker, the promoter, the writer, the talent scout, and everything else. And it took a lot out of you. And then they'd get mad because you were like, you couldn't get your story written and done by a Wednesday. And it was like, I'll be a day late. It's like, damn it, I want you to get this out now. And it's like, okay, well, you start writing my stuff. And they do it one time, and they're like, oh, my God, what have you gotten yourself into? But, yeah, we actually had one club on the coast. It's like I said, this was when I was back in Mississippi. We had one club that was, like, in north of the county where I don't want to say they were easy girls, but they weren't good-looking girls. Then we had one on the south end of the coast, and that was the one where all the hot girls, the hot country girls went. That's where you saw the Daisy Dukes and the cowboy boots and everything, and the mechanical bull. And it was a heartbreaker when they actually had to close it down because basically the city had upped their rent so much they couldn't afford it. And yet every night that place had a line out the door, people trying to get into it. All right, so, we have hit all zeros, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we're going to go with. Word number 3. Like I said, I've seen a couple of people. They gave a couple of very close ones. Including, I'm trying to think of how to give this out without giving it away. All right, this is how I know it. If number 3 happens, you might use number 6 to get out of this situation. So if number 3 happens, you'll use number 6 to get someone out of the situation. 6, you hear a phrase of in cop shows and detective shows. Number 3, trench warfare. Number 3, trench warfare. A trap. And number 6, you'll hear on cop shows. And like I said, if you got stuck in the situation of number 3, you might use number 6 to get somebody out of it. Took, you're close. You are getting closer to. So again, there's one word off. There is one word off for what Took put. And like I said, Show and Twisted had put the last 2 words in there, but they missed the first word. And number 6, you will hear in action movies. Nope. You changed the wrong word, too. You changed the wrong word. Action movies. If you are pinned down, you might ask somebody to do this because you have. You're working your way around it, Walrus. Yoda, you're getting closer. If you are pinned down, it's because you have blanked. Yeah, you keep getting the. Took, you had it closer with the first one. There's a word that needs to be changed in the front. And number 6, if you have 2 individuals that are pinned down, person number 1 might do this to get number 2 to move into a better position. Nope, not hunkered down. There we go. Mr. Kosugi getting number 3. I had seen Under Fire from Show and Twisted. All right, so number 6. Number 6 is if you have 2 or more people that have come under fire. Person number 1 will do this so person number 2 can move. Then person number 2 will do this so person number 1 can move. And again, it's an instruction often given in shootouts in the movies, in action scenes on television. Took, taking it. It is cover fire. Singing Gamer had put suppression fire, which was close, but I couldn't take it because that wasn't what we were looking for. So we have had Foxfire, Ceasefire, Come Under Fire, which I probably have after those last 2, St. Elmo's Fire, Trial by Fire, Cover Fire, Surefire, Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire, Pour Fuel on the Fire, and Fight Fire with Fire. All right, so as we said, basically there is no player slot on this one. There is no prize slot on this one. This one is basically for a vault shot. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to find out if Sea Chicken hit a sure thing. Oh, Sea Chicken did not hit a sure thing. And is the anger just building and building and building and pouring more fuel on the fire? Nope, it's not. Which means I'm probably going to come under fire from a lot of you guys before this list is done. It is not the player slot that we are looking for. So they're gonna basically put me on trial. It is not trial by fire, and I'm going to need some cover fire to get out of here eventually. I got a feeling. And of course, they're going to accuse me of doing things like fighting fire. Oh, there it is. It is Mr. Kosugi, who will be getting another shot at the vault. Mr. Kosugi will be getting the second shot at the vault tonight, as you guys can see. So, with that, Mr. Kosugi, give me uno momento, por favor. All right, Mr. Kosugi, with that, the only number we can take an incorrect number off of for you on this one tonight is row number 1. And I'm going to tell you the first number in row number 1 is not a 1. So with that, Mr. Kosugi, what 4-digit number are we looking for that you think is opening the vault again? And like I said, I've already got the price picked out for the vault. I just haven't put it in there because I don't have room right now. It's actually sitting off to the side. All right, Mr. Kosugi says we are going to go with 2710. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we put 2710 into our mystical, magically delicious computer. We press the red button, and it is not 2710, which means the vault remains closed for a little bit longer. And like I said, I'm going to do something a little different tonight. Yep, wrong button. So bear with me 1 minute. As this was one that came from Bubbles at some point in the past. As we are going to give you guys a second 4-letter word. Again, this was one that Bubbles put together some time ago, and I just finally got around to putting it in there. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not participated in the 4-letter word before, and I know what, nope, it's not walrus, or sea chicken. I was waiting for corn from sea chicken. We are looking for the 4-letter word that goes straight down the middle of the board. Each letter completes the appropriate word going across the board. So if you believe that our 4-letter word going down is corn. See, I'm beating you to it, sea chicken, just so I can say I can do it. We have seat, boat, Bert, and bean. And if C-E-A-T is an actual word, that would have been a good one to sneak in there. The bot is keeping track of the answers, I hope. So with that, I'm going to step off the camera for 1 second while I go see if I can find something for Marvin. Bear with me 1 minute, guys. Nope, I don't have anything. Damn it. I thought I was going to have something. It should have been beets. No, 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 no. You knew that would be too easy. It's kind of like that day that Mayor Furberger put up the FUC blank puzzle. And believe it or not, when he did it, there was only one word I knew that worked other than the four-letter word. And I knew he wasn't going to make it the four-letter word answer. But it was one of those where I just basically knew what it was as soon as I saw it. And Walrus getting it early again. It was indeed F L E and a D. Fled, feet, blat, beat, and bead. Although, believe it or not, I think there's a few possibilities in here. There were actually quite a few possibilities in here. Because originally when she gave me the list, or when she gave it to me, she left, I think she left the second one as actually beat. I think she actually left the second one as beat. And I had to change it to something really quick to make it different. But yeah, like I said, I can change it real quick just so you guys can see this. But I'm just going to show you. As I recall, so again, so Mayor, I'm borrowing what one you had done earlier. If I could type on this keyboard when my cable's in the way. And I'm trying to remember who was all there when he had done it. But basically, this was one that had come from Mayor Furberger. This is one that actually came from Mayor Furberger. And believe it or not, there is only one word that actually works. And I want to say it is D-A-N-I. I want to say it's D-A-N-I, but don't quote me on that. You could either use the four-letter word of that, but the trick was you knew the fourth letter was not a K. You knew the fourth letter was not a K on it. So there's only like one letter that ends it, and I want to think it was D-A-N-I as the four-letter word. And it was a Mayor Furberger thing, of course. So we're going to go back and change these so that I can keep myself family friendly. And as promised to one Mr. Wed Walrus. All right, Walrus. Walrus. No, because I don't think F-A-C-K was a word. Or no. I can't remember. I cannot remember now. So, Red, which row would you like me to take an incorrect number from? Red says row number 3, and out of row number 3, we're going to dump the 5. We are going to dump the 5 for you, Walrus. So with that, my friend, we need a 4-digit number that you think might just open the vault tonight. The scary part is I've not played any music pretty much since the start of the show. All right, Walrus says it is 2373. Again, we go right back to our magical vault computer. We punch it in. 2373. It is not 2373, which means the vault is closed for a little bit longer. And while I get the next part set back up, show off some more of the goodies. So bear with me, folks. Okay. Making sure I get the right one. Making sure I get the right one real quick. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, there are about 345 pictures you see there. 345 pictures. Basically is one of everything that we have put together. Bought or collected for you guys. I'm thinking I may resize that so it's a little larger so you guys can see everything just a little bit better. Because I don't think it would hurt anything. I don't think it would hurt anything if I actually resized it. Well, like I said, because Lethal, that's not even counting, like I said, the Happy Meal stuff I haven't gone through yet. Did you see a hubcap? No, you actually saw a belt buckle. It's actually a roulette wheel belt buckle. It's actually a roulette wheel belt buckle. Believe it or not, I found some stuff around my house that if I really wanted to get rid of, I'd throw in there. But I'm not going to do it. Just because it would look kind of cheesy among with all the really decent stuff. No, believe it or not, Took, it's actually a it's a replica of an old Pepsi sign. It's a replica of an old Pepsi sign. In fact, give me a minute. I'll get it just to show you. Like I said, some of the weird stuff that I collected for myself. So bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. And my voice just started cracking. Ugh. Yes, there is. But just to show you guys, this is one of those things I have that I actually picked up for myself. It's actually pretty cool. It's actually all metal. And I honestly don't remember where I got it from. But yeah, it's like 6 bottle cartons, 25 cents. Remember the good old days? No, nobody remembers these good old days. But yeah, I seriously thought about putting that in there, and I'm like, no, I like that too much. And there's the other one, my Jack Daniels one, that I am going to actually put up on the wall at some point. I just never get around to doing it. But those are like my personal ones. You saw Aaron Carter. Somebody actually won it once, but they never actually gave me their mailing address. Somebody actually won it once, but they never gave me their mailing address. All right, so bear with me, guys. So with that, like I said, I keep weird things for myself, which is somewhat abnormal for most people. But like I said, you like things, you collect them, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for list number 2 of the evening. And for list number 2 for tonight, if I win it, it's yours, Twisted, but you have to burn. Oh, that's cruel. That's just cruel, show. So for list number 2 of the evening, we are looking for I blank. We are looking for words and phrases that start with E-Y-E. We're looking for words and phrases that start with E-Y-E. Oh, wait. So did Show just say if he wins, he's shipping whatever he wins tonight to Twisted? I mean, that's the way I read that one statement. That's the way I read that statement. I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. Eye drops, eyelid, no. Eye catcher, no. Eyelash, not there. Eyes wide shut, Twisted. In first with Eye of the Tiger. Eyeball, eye wide open, nope, not what we're looking for. Eye doctor, not there. And I really can't say there's a hard one in here. I can say there's a couple that might be a little more difficult. But I really don't think there's a hard one in here. Eyeliner, Eye of the Storm. Twisted, running through all the storms he could think of to make sure he got it before anybody else did. Eye of a Hurricane. Sea Chicken getting the eyebrow. Walrus. I'm going to say I really think that was probably the hardest one up here. I'm going to say I think Eye of Horus probably would have been the hardest one up here. Although there are a couple that haven't come off that surprised me a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are here and watching, welcome to List Wits. We are the only live interactive game show. We come to you every Wednesday night, every Saturday night. Thursday nights we do an After Dark show, which is just basically us playing Jackbox. And like I said, Friday night we're trying to come up with something. Friday night may just be a streamer-to-streamer talk show. That may be all it is. With streamers, ex-streamers, friends, colleagues, pals, buddies. Like I said, right now, I really, really wanted to be Marvin being the guest host for it. But I don't know if it'll happen. Like I said, it was one reason I was trying to see if I could get Marvin to actually sit in the chair where it's located. But no guarantees of that one because he keeps falling. He's like top heavy. He's very, very top heavy. So he always likes to just fall over like he's falling asleep. Which I hope you guys are not doing while you're watching the show, because if you are, I'm doing something drastically, horribly wrong every time. Ooh, okay, that's weird. Eyewitness, nope. I saw not what we are looking for. So again, we are looking for words and phrases that start with E-Y-E. And that means Eeyore is not up there because Eeyore actually starts E-Y-O. Sorry, little French lady. I know you love Eeyore. But he couldn't make it. Took getting eye tooth. Oh, show pretty much taking my last, what I think is really my last hard one. So we are down to 2. And let's see. Marvin is just your Ed McMahon. What, where he's just like... I piece, no. I rolling, not there. I soar, not there. So we are looking for I blank. I blank. All the words and phrases will only start with E-Y-E. Sunlight. I try to see if sunly would work. S-O, so... I don't think sunly would work, because I don't think you can put a sun and lie together as a full word in any way, shape, or form. I'm trying to think. Nope, I can't do it. Plus, it's only 5 letters. It should not be that hard to figure out whether or not you can break it up to make a valid word or phrase. Twister, what time are you streaming tonight? Because I'm going to get ready to wrap it up here very, very shortly. I view, not there. I cup, not there. I your opponent. I like that one, but it's not on our list. All right, so if you guys get bored with us in the next 10 minutes, make sure you check out Mr. Twisted Sense. He will be streaming. He basically, you never know what he's going to do. Plain and simple. It could involve markers. It could involve forts. It could involve furry animals. It could involve furry animals in very compromising positions. And we do have him on the host list tonight. If I think he's like 2nd or 3rd on the list. I think he's 2nd or 3rd on the list. You never know what you're doing, Twisty, till you do it. It could involve chairs. All right, South, have yourself a good one, my friend. I shot, no, eye in the sky, not what we're looking for. Nah, I don't think I can do musical chairs. I don't see a way to do musical chairs. I was trying to think of a way to do it, but it didn't click. Like I said, which means the Sharpies will be out at some point. No one twisted. The Sharpies will be out at some point, and it is worth watching just to see the Sharpies make their appearance. So we are looking for I blank phrases, and this will be the prize list, ladies and gentlemen. This is our prize list. Somebody will be getting a small prize for this list. We do not know what we're basically doing is we give you like everything else for the vault. And then the last one will be for the small prize of the evening. And again, the small prize could be, yes, it could be Aaron Carter, just for you show. It could be Hot Wheels figures. It could be starting lineup figures, Eagle Moss chess pieces, loose pops, Happy Meals toys. I'm trying to think of what the largest small I have is. I want to say the largest small I have right now is the He-Man paperweights, I think. Who needs eyebrows? They're just evolutionary. Not exactly true. Believe it or not, not exactly true. You have to get something to stop the sweat from rolling down into your eye, right? So it's not a leftover. It is not a leftover. That's why I've never understand why women will like make theirs as thin as possible. Of course, I will never understand why Twisted shaves his off. 2 strips of hair is just sweat, just chilling above the eyes. That's all they are. That's all they were. That's all they evolutionized to as were sweatbands. Yeah. You walk around shirtless, and basically the shirt wrapped over your head, and you do the pirate thing with your shirt tied up behind the back of your head, right? All right, so we are still looking for our last 2 eye blank phrases. And like I said, guys, if you guys got any suggestions for Friday, let me know. I'm going to come up with something. I am going. Ooh, pardon me. Coke strikes back. Now, see, eyes and ears would have actually worked, because sand and ears split. Sand ears, or sandeers, or sendiers. I don't think sendiers counts as a full word, though. Nope, eye tooth is already off, Red. And we are down to 14 minutes on this list. So officially we're down to about 5 minutes on this list. Give or take, because like I said, I'm going to try to wrap this one up at 9 o'clock tonight. My goal, like I said, my goal Wednesdays is to turn it more into vault shots and a single prize. Thursday nights will be after dark, which is just basically if there's a party chat going on, great. If not, then we're just playing Jackbox, and we're trying to get a party chat going. Fridays, we're going to pick up after Nerdy. And like I said, the only while we're not on bowling season. And like I said, I'm going to try to come up with something. I may try that Friday. The trick is trying to find 4 or 5 streamers that are online. It's like I was going to try to get the match game set up, but I haven't done it yet. Just because I'm having, I have to find a time when everybody's on. And like I said, I kind of wanted to say the match game. I really wanted to say the match game to a live thing, but don't know when that is going to happen. Hey, VG, what's up? Buzzer Skype show with friends. I thought about that. I seriously thought about that, but that takes away from the viewers. So, one, I would like I said, now that I know Skype works, and I got to test the conference call stuff and see how that looks, is I'm going to do a password. I'm going to do, or I should say password plus, because then I can throw the link version out. because the link version basically takes about 4.5 hours to run. Match Game, Hollywood Squares, Rhyme and Reason, and I'm trying to think, what was the other one? And You Don't Say. Those are the ones I'm looking at if I can get. And most of them I only need like 2 Skypers in on. Rhyme and Reason, I would like to get 4. Match Game 6. Password I only need 2. I'm trying to think of what other one there was. And like I said, I still want to work on Your Numbers Up, but that one, I've got to figure out how to do a Your Numbers Up where it's worthwhile of doing. Because most of our circle doesn't use Discord VG. Most of our circle uses Skype. And to be honest with you, chat-wise, Skype and Discord aren't that much different. They're not that much different. People claim they are, but you can pretty much do as much in conference calls on one as you can do the other. No, lethal. There is not a huge difference. No. Skype is not lagged as hell. It depends on how much you've got running when you run Skype as to whether or not it's lagged. Because you remember when I did the ABBAs and when I had 17 or 18 people on throughout that show? It was basically, and I actually had the sound on one going, I think it was on the PlayStation going, while I had the PC running, and it was like, it was lined up evenly. But yeah, you'll hit as much lag on Discord as you will on Skype. All right, we are hitting the 9 o'clock hour, so I'm going to throw out a couple of clues for number 5 and number 10. Number 5, think part of the human body. Number 10 is a phrase that is really good for an artist. So number 5, think part of the human body. Number 10 is a phrase that is really good for an artist. But yeah, like I said, there is no difference between the two. It's one of those where you may hit a lag spot in one, but you're going to hit the same lag spot on the other at some point. As much as you don't want to, or you don't want to believe it, it's going to happen. All right, so number 5, part of the human body. Number 10 is... Number 10 is very good for an artist or a secrets agent. Number 5, think part of the head. So so number 5 is somewhere between here and here. Number 10 is... Well, I'll tell you what, Twisted, just in case, give me a number between 1 and 156, I think. Just in case your choice has it. Yoda getting eye socket. And number 10 is very good for an artist Very important for a secret agent. Very important for a copywriter. Oh, show taking number 10 off the board. It is Eye for Detail. It is the Eye for Detail. So we have the eye list tonight. We have eye candy, eye of Horus, eye for an eye, eye of a hurricane, eye socket, eyebrow, eye of the beholder, eye of the tiger, eye tooth, and eye for detail. And that is our eye list. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you will probably say, I've seen some of these before. And I will tell you right now, yes, you probably have, because I believe I've actually used an eye list before. I know I changed a couple of them, like I know, for instance, that's because I moved forward, Yoda. Eye for Detail was a switch. I think Eye of the Beholder was a switch. And I'm trying to remember. I know I changed about 4 or 5 of them from the last eye list. So, with that, it is time to find out who is going to be claiming the small prize of the evening. And as always, we don't really waste time on the prize list, other than to say we go in order from top to bottom. And we go with Mr. Kosugi, who had Eye for an Eye. Not there. Eye of the Beholder. Not there. And an Eye for Detail. So Mr. Kosugi is not going to be getting the Aaron Carter magnet. I'm sorry, show. I know you really, really wanted it. All right, and then we turn our attention to Sea Chicken, who had eye candy and eyebrow. And let's find out if eye candy or eyebrow, oh, not our winning slots. That takes us over to Twisty, who had Eye of the Hurricane and Eye of the Tiger. And we go with Eye of a Hurricane, not what we're looking for. Eye of the Tiger, not what we're looking for. Which means we are down to Walrus, Tukaki, and Yoda. And as always, we get rid of Walrus first, just because we get rid of the knuckleheads. Ah, damn it. I gotta ship something to the knucklehead. Damn you, Canuck. Although I think this is the first time I've actually had to ship anything to Walrus in a very, very, very long time. I do think this is the first time I've had to ship anything to Walrus in ages. Alright, so bear with me, Walrus, as I get this thing loaded up. And we make a quick jump over to the treasure chest page. Oh, wrong window. Get over to the right one. Alright, we're going to close out our list because we don't save the list after each episode. And we can close out our 4-letter word because we don't save the 4-letter word after each episode. Actually, no, I can't say that. We actually do save that one. So I got to go move that down here somewhere. And we can close out the vault tonight because, again, we don't do a vault on the final list of the evening. But we do. Oh, I had to fix something. Hold on. I did forget one little detail. Bear with me, guys. It does take me a second to load up the treasure chest. Just because there are so many of them. And like I said, I did some major readjustments to them pretty much today and yesterday. All right, Walrus, with that, my friend, we need a number between 1 and 182. We need a number from you from 1 to 182. See, that's how I keep worrying that I didn't get all the pictures. You just going to name them all Aaron Carter and burn them all, right? That's what Show's going to do. He's going to name them all Aaron Carter and burn them all. All right, so for Mr. Wed Walrus, Wed Robin, Red Walrus. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say lately. In treasure chest number 34 for Red, it is the glass etching. This one I don't think you're going to want to give away, Red. This one I don't think you're going to want to give away. Give me a minute. I'm going to clean it up a second because it is glass, so it does get fingerprints on it. So bear with me 1 minute. Because yes, it is pretty much pure glass, but it is this etching right here, and I'll show you the big version of it in a second. There we go. That is the Route 66 glass etching. That's the back side, and that is the front. I actually picked this up over at my Route 66 flea market. And I think this is the second one of these I've given away. I think this is the second one of these I've given away. So bear with me, Red, because I'm pretty much putting this one in wrapping like right away, just so it's done. And the problem is like I've always wanted to pick up some more of these, but he never shows back up. He never shows back up, so it's like I never was able to get any more than what he had previously brought. Red Walrus. See, there we go. We say it that way, it works much better, rather than just saying Red Walrus. All right, so with that, we're going to drop this in a very, very safe spot at the moment for Red. And because it's fragile, it's probably one of those I'm going to try to get out faster than I do the others. Just so you know, Red. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, oh, I keep moving the chair, and I don't mean to move the chair. I always keep it. See, I kind of, like I said, I found the perfect spot for it. Finally, it just took me like ages and ages to figure it out. But I think I have it slightly off. There we go. I think it's slightly off. Like I said, that way you guys can see pretty much the things that are given to me from friends and family and so on and so forth. But like I said, that we're going to wrap this up tonight. We will be back tomorrow night with an After Dark. And like I said, I'm going to come up with something for Friday. I don't know what yet, but I will come up with something. Heaven help me. And then we will have our major show back on Saturday. Please tell your friends. Please tell your family. We are the only live interactive game show live from Twitch, where there are only 3 simple rules. You can't win if you don't play. You can't play if you don't watch, which makes the motto really, really simple. Watch, play, win. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish you guys a good night. Please make sure you go check out Twisted Sense. He's already streaming right now. I'm trying to think of who else to stream. I think that's it tonight. Nerdy Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. JQ Smooth hopefully back on Saturdays. Ron Mexico on Fridays. Norvs and Eight-Legged Creator. Norv, Spider-Girl, Venom Girl tomorrow. And whoever else I'm missing, I'm going to write this thing back down in a brand new schedule. I'm going to post it for the show so I can remember it. With that, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say, exercise the little gray cells. They're the best thing you got going for you. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish you guys a good night, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you play, then you might win. Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. Just make sure that you tune in.